Well, hello everybody. It's me, Paddy from across a shuck. And after coming down off a great weekend, it's back to normal again, folks. This is another one of the knives. This is the first one of the knives that I got on my last batch from GearBest for review. Sorry, just heard a train going by. I live right beside a railway line. Yes, this is the first one, and it's the first of two of this brand, and they're kind of. I was going to do a 2-in-1 video, but I thought no, because they're both different knives for different things, or different. They're different sizes, and you can't really compare them size to each other, so it wouldn't have made a good video, I think. So what I've done, I'm just going to do them one-on-one. I'll put them together when I do the next one. But they come in these lovely boxes, Teacup. I really didn't know much about Teacup. I was always going to pull the trigger on the little one. This is the bigger one. And I was always going to pull the trigger on the little one. Now, something kept putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. But when I seen them, once I was getting these from GearBest, I thought, well, I'll have a go and I'll try them both and give them a good honest try and see. It's not a company I've heard of. Obviously, it's a Chinese company. So lovely hard plastic box. It's just a bit of a novelty, I think, compared to normal. So we'll get that out of the way. And this is the knife. This is the Teacup. And this is the Teacup. Oh, sorry. Yes, there we go. It's the Tekut TOUGH. Can you see that? Yeah, I think you can. Which is a really apt name for this knife. It's a lovely looking knife. Deep carry pocket clip, which I'll come back to. It's G10 handles. It's got a G10 back spacer. Everything is rounded off lovely. It would remind you of the finish of a Ganzo. If you're a Ganzo lover, you'll know the finish. I can't find anything really to fault it, to be honest with you. It's a nice pivot head, which is different. A blade shape, which might remind you of something else, like sort of one of my grill knives. And I didn't notice that until it came. In the picture, I didn't see it, but as soon as it came out of the box, as you know in the unboxing, that really did hit home. But it's been well and truly milled out inside as much as they can, and I'm going to weigh it. Now, I'm going to be right up front and honest. I haven't done a whole lot with this knife. I have cut up my usual bits of cardboard and paper around the house, but I haven't got out to do anything other than that. So this is an honest review on a household duty. It's a big knife. Normally I like to go out and do a bit of wood and things like that. I just haven't had the time to do it recently. It was a busy weekend sport-wise. So, but I mean, I have used it about the house and there's no problem with the steel. Absolutely none. Now, I haven't sharpened it. After I've done all the work, I haven't sharpened it, but it was very light work. So I meant to say to you, it comes with a Sandvik 1227 steel, which we all know is a good steel, and a good pen knife steel, pocket knife steel. It's easy to sharpen, doesn't hold an edge forever, but it's still a good steel, and it takes a really good sharp edge. So, sorry, let's get on to, oh, there you are. You see, there's all that talk, and I've knocked it off. Ounces. It weighs 4.8 ounces, which is a right wee drop now. I'll get these grammy things. That's 138 grams. So, yeah, I mean, 4.8, that's quite heavy, but this would be what I would call a work knife EDC. You know, if you're going to go, you want a bigger knife. A little pen knife's no good to you. You need a bigger knife. To cut up boxes and the likes of that, this is what you're going to take to work. Would I use it for really heavy work? No, I've got better other knives that'll do that. Maybe a bit better blade steel that would do that. But this will do an average day's work. You know, I mean, it's not something you're going to push to its limit. It's not. 1227C is a good steel. And I genuinely, I do believe that. It's a good steel. There's a lovely flat, sorry, it's a hollow grind. Is it a hollow grind? I'm just thinking, I think it might be a bit of a hollow grind. Maybe it's a flat grind. Very, if you can see it now, if you see, it's got satin flats here, and they've kept the lines of the blade there, the downward lines when it was put on the machine. And there's a really, actually, if you look at the grind on the edge of that blade and the grind on the other side, they are almost perfect. Absolutely perfect for a knife of this price. And this is a knife that's going to be under $30 most of the time. It does go up and down, as you know, with GearBest. It does go up and down. But I have a lovely money off voucher, even better than the last time. So I'll tell you all about that at the end when I go through the knife. But it's called the Tekut TOUGH, and there's the branded name on this side with the number and then the TOUGH. And they've kept it up to the top corners. Sorry, I didn't have that on camera. They've kept them both up to the top corners. That's the only markings on the blade. And I like that. That's nice. Because I do like to see what sort of blade it is and who makes it. I genuinely like that. I love this. And this is running on one bronze and one plastic washer. It's a budget knife. Do you know what I mean? Ganzo's have been doing them for years. They're still good. They still get... This action is absolutely amazing. I mean... Now, I have not put anything on this. And you'll notice it's very, very quiet. It's quite strange. When you close this, it's very, very, very quiet. I'll do that again just so. There's not a big amount of noise. It doesn't touch anything. It's so far away from the back. If you can see down there, it's so far away from the back of it. The blade centering is absolutely perfect. And it's a very good sized blade, let me tell you. Let's measure the blade. The blade itself is, let me see, 3.5 inch cutting, which is, what's that in that metric stuff? It's just about 9 centimeters of cutting edge, which is a good sized blade. And it is, I mean, overall, I should have said overall, shouldn't I? And just see what it is. So it's 8.25. The same as all the old Ganzos used to be, 8.25 inch long, 21 centimeters. So there you go. It's a fair knife. 4.8 is, you know, a little bit heavy, but a majority of that weight's going to be in these stainless steel liners. This is not. Look at that liner. There's a lovely flow through and a flat groove. It's not jimped, which I hate when they do that, because when you're holding it like this, it tends to cut into you. This is nice and flat. It's easy to put across to disengage. You can go straight across and do it. It's easy to disengage, but it's a really strong, thick liner. Very, very well put in. I have to say, there's nothing I complain about the setup. Look, if you take it, it's in the perfect place you want for a new knife. Fit and finish as good as a Ganzo, and for me to give that sort of praise to a knife, I consider that quite high, because I do believe Ganzo are one of the best fit and finishes company. There's nothing I can find that's rough, smooth. The G10, look at the G10. The G10 is lovely, very responsive to your finger. When you push down on it, you're not going anywhere. And that's what G10 should do. It's not, you know, you can slide your hand. I can slide over it. It's not grippy, but there is grip there. So as soon as you grip down on it, it keeps your finger there. Also, the flipper turns into the groove. You're not going to go anywhere. Sorry, I'm terrible for putting this out. The finger groove here is really well done. You could go all day. You're not going to slip up on that knife, no matter whether you punch. And the blade itself, very reminiscent to another knife we shall not mention. A good point, really, really sharp point on the end of that. But it's not a thin point. Look at that. It's a good working point. So if you're going to be on a building site, say, and you're doing sandbags and things like that, where you've got to get in and rip the bags, perfect. Absolutely perfect for this wee knife. Really is. Pete over at Cedric and Ada, he does all the blade tests. And the 12C27 done reasonably well for its class. Absolutely reasonably well. Very nice blade steel to use, sharpen, and to keep. You know, to keep. It really is nice. Sandvik do nice steel. So, I think I'm running out of superlatives for the steel. But, I mean, it is just a basic steel. We've got to remember that. So, it's not going to last forever. But it will get you through most of a day. Do you know what I mean? Or all of a day if you're me. All I do is wee boxes there. So, but I like the size of it. I like the feel of it in the hand. Any grip will do. And I'm not doing a backward grip, because if you ever see me hold a knife like that, run. Because you're going to see my blood going everywhere. I can't do that. I just, this is the grips I use. I don't use back. I'm not going to run about like that. I'm too old, for goodness sake. By the time I got my hand around there, I'd have broke my arm. So, sorry, just gone off on one again, haven't I? Yeah. So there we go. Look, what's the blade thickness? It is quite a good girth around there. Sorry, let me get this zeroed, and it is 2.8 millimeters. Oh, let's change up the inches. And inches, it is 0.10 inches. So that's a good blade stock. That'll take, that can take a bit of work, but it is just the look of it. I'll have to say, I am really, I've fallen in love with the look of it because I like that blade shape anyway. It would fall out. So I'm going to do a wee comparisons for it. And this is where I think the Teacup have taken the mickey. They're a Chinese company and they're a copy of the blade shape. I don't mean that. Look, there's my Ganzo. There's my Ganzo. There's the Teacup. Now, does that there look a wee bit something tells me they're not too far from each other. It's a swoopier grind from the top down on this one, but they're not that far away. But a bigger blade on this here. But it's my favourite blade shape. The reverse tanto is just lovely for all sorts of work. Poking, slicing, there's a belly on it. It is really good. And that's the copy that I now have, the copy of the Benchmade. So there they are. It's the smallest of the three of them. The smallest of the three. But, I'll take these away now because that's a bit unfair. This will come at a good price. Now, there's lots of sales going on in GearBest at the minute, so I'm going to give you coupon codes down below in the description. And this time, they're for 20% off. 20% off. I think that is brilliant. So if you judge it well, if it's on a sale, you can't use your money off voucher. That's obvious. So just remember that, but go on and pick your time right, because 20% off is, that's a fifth. Oh, gosh, did I do maths there? That's 20% is a fifth. Yes, well done, Stephen. That's a lot off the knife. So just go in and seize, because even if this one isn't on sale, 20% off is good. There's not many. The sales don't take that much more off this one. This doesn't get dropped down to very low prices. I think it's because it's so well made and it's such a nice knife. It comes well presented. They've put a lot of effort into making this. How does it flip? Well, let me tell you how it flips. Look at that. How good is that? But look at that for closing. That's a knife on a bronze and a plastic washer. Go and get me some of your more expensive knives. They're not going to do it like this. I'm doing the flip with my hand there because I've got a bit of a habit. I don't need to. If you're putting, I like the push down. Look at that. I mean, I'm not having to put any great force on it. There we are. I mean, it really does. Can I flick it out? Yes. But that was a really good jolt, let me tell you. I think I've actually hurt my wrist. That was a really good jolt. This goes in, if you see this. And it sucks in. It just sucks it right in. You can't touch it at the bottom. It's well away from the edge. At the bottom, you can't get your finger anywhere near it. And this side here as well. I've seen somebody last night cut their finger. Was it Jake over at Canadian? I think it was Jake. But no, it wasn't Jake. Who was it? I forgot again. But you can't get cut anywhere. It is a beautifully made, designed. Even coming down here, they have put lovely little channels in. Can you see that? On both sides, so that when your finger goes in there, it locks in. It's smaller now than the bottom, so you can't go forward. Beautiful, beautiful knife. So that's it. I'm not going to waffle on about the knife. I think it's a gem. I do. I really genuinely do. If it had better blade steel, it would cost more money. Dead simple. I mean, you can complain about blade steel, but for this price, if it had better blade steel, it would be worth an awful lot more money, because the fit and finish does require it to do that if it was to go and put it in. This is just a good wee work knife, a round the house knife, throw it in a truck knife. It's a knife that I wouldn't want to depend my life on it, but let me tell you, it wouldn't do too bad. It's a solidly constructed. Everything about it is solid and well constructed. Now, I'm going to show you something else. And I'm sure you have all seen this, but I find this great. It's a deep pocket carry clip, yes? Look at that. Now it's an even deeper pocket carry clip. And I've heard people saying, oh, that's stupid. Why don't they just keep it at that? Well, you only have to use it at that. You don't have to, we're all our own people. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to show you this in this wee pocket that Strasser gave me, if it will go in. It will. So I'm going to put this in. This is just on the deep pocket. Just a normal deep pocket. You don't see it. It's lovely. It's buried right down in until you look down on it, and then you can see that. Yes? The reason I like that is that if you don't want anybody to see that you're carrying one of these, and I know America has looser laws than ours, but there is places where people get very jumpy when they see knives, very much so. If I push that down now, oh, sorry, I'll have to take it out to do it. It's well in there, let me tell you. There we go. Now, I've pulled it up deep pocket, and I've put it down now. Now, there's my pocket now, and when you look, you're not going to see it. And that's why it's useful. It's useful if people are scared of seeing knives in pockets, or over in my country where things you can't do illegal things. But if you wanted to hide what you've got in your pocket, this little clip gives you the thing. And you can push it down and just use it as a normal deep carry. Now, getting it in and out of your pocket, it's fine. There's no problem. Sometimes it might do that. It might pop out. Well, so what? Just pull it out. I mean, this isn't a weapon to go to war with. It's just to cut boxes up or a bit of paper every now and then. So, even if you do pull it out and this slips, we'll just push it back again. It's not rocket science. But I think it's very useful for places where knives are frowned upon. And this way I can have a big knife in my pocket and I can have it completely buried so that nobody sees it. That just looks like a pen top. That's all that looks like, a pen top. So, the Teacup. An absolute, as far as I'm concerned, I really, really like it. Would I recommend it to my subs? Yes, I would. There's no reason why I wouldn't. I can't find any fault that would say, don't buy this knife. So yes, I recommend this to my subs. And remember, you're my most important people. If I start recommending rubbish, my word means nothing. So I just wanted to add that in. Maybe there's a few newcomers. If it's rubbish, I'm not going to say it. The blade steel, as long as you remember what you're getting in blade steel. And 12C27 is used on a lot of different blades. Not just this one, but it's done particularly well on this. It cuts. Does it cut? Well, let's just see. I've been using it, and I genuinely haven't sharpened this. Look at that. That is as lovely as you'll ever want a knife to cut. Bit of cardboard. Absolutely lovely. There you go. All cut up nice and neat. So, nice wee knife. Now, I'm going to give you a bonus. Not only am I going to put in the coupon code for this, which is 20% off, but check it isn't on offer. If it's on an offer at the minute, maybe a 15% off, well then wait. And wait till it's off the offer, and then you'll get 20%. So, I mean, yeah, we have to, use our wee noggins every now and then. But the same coupon code that I'm giving you for this will entitle you to buy anything else in that outdoor section and get 20% off. And I'm going to recommend something that GearBest didn't buy me. I buy these myself. It's a little two AAA batteries in a flashlight. Okay? It's a pen flashlight. It's aluminium. It is 600 lumens, they claim. I don't know whether it is 600 lumens or not. What I do know is it brightens up the whole pathway when I go out at night time with the dog. And look, this is not something new. I've been using GearBest flashlights, they're cheap flashlights, for years, and I have yet to have one fail. Now, maybe they do, I don't know. I haven't had one, and I have quite a selection of them, which I'll maybe do later on. I know flashlights aren't very they aren't very up at the minute. Nobody wants flashlights, or nobody wants to pay the money because they're getting some stupid prices now. And I don't need 5,000 lumens to go out to the friggin', sorry, excuse my language, God, I don't often do that, but I really don't need 5,000 lumens to either go camping or go to the, the bin at the end of the street. This here lights up anywhere, and the darker it gets, the more this is bright. That is just the truth of it. And do you know how much this costs? Now, that's a good looking knife. I think you'll agree that is a good looking flashlight. Do you know how much that costs on GearBest at the minute? Not on a sale or anything. $3. It cost me £1.97, and I'm saying $3, so I'm giving a third. So $3. You cannot beat that. It's a clicky button switch. It doesn't stand on its tail end. I don't really want to do that. But look at that light. Look at the light that's shining. That's in a bright daylit room. There's a window by the side of me here. I have a light above my head on, and that's still shining. It says 600 lumens. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's about, I would say, in an honest opinion, 2 to 250, I would say. Maybe 250. But maybe more. I'm not a genius at it. But it's very, very bright, and it gets me wherever I want to go. I keep this one by my bed. I used to have them in packs all over. I don't do too many packs now, but I have that by my bed, and I keep other ones that I've got from GearBest. And not just, this one's called a U-King. They have all different brands that look the same, and it's some company obviously makes them, an OEM makes them, and then they all put their names on them, much like knives. It's no different. But £3, that is a lovely knife you could put in your suit. You wouldn't look out of place, put it in your trouser pockets. Why pay 30, 40 quid? Switch on, there's the light, switch off. It lasts a good amount of time because I use Duracell, so I put 2 Duracell in there, long life Duracell, and they last for an eternity, because how often do you really use it? Do you know what I mean? Unless you're a security guard or something, I would still recommend this. But they have other ones. I'll do a wee review on them. So you'll get 20% off that. Do you know what I mean? Unless it was said $3, and you're still going to get 20% off that. So that'll bring it down to about $2.50, just under. So these money off vouchers, I just think they're great. I hope you use them. And to be honest with you, I don't get anything from it. I've declined to look for it. I decided that I wasn't going to take money from GearBest because, I don't know, I just felt that it wouldn't be impartial if I'm going to make money. I know that sounds Irish, I know, but for me, it works for me. I'm quite happily doing it. They give me the coupons for you. I don't take any money for you using the coupons. So these are genuine offers just for you. So I hope you enjoy the Teacup if you get it. If you get it, let me know. Always let me know, because it goes back, and then I can see what the long-term fit and finish is like. Are they all the same, or have I just got good ones? So always let me know. And the same with the light, if you get a wee light. There we go. That's it, folks. I'm away. Thank you so much. There'll be another one very shortly with its wee brother, and the next one will be a lot shorter. Bye.